Oh yeah, I wanna also see if the VRAM buffer gets filled here when I walk past this spot too. There's some spots in here in Zion that are particularly sensitive though. Sensitive for it, I mean. But here it's completely fine. It's just the first time when we come to Zion when it's the absolute worst. Any other time it seems much more fine. Like right now, for example, it's using less than or a bit less than 11 gigabytes of VRAM right now, which is still too much, by the way, for fucking high environmental details in this game. And like, you know, not DLSS quality, but like, you know, this has 2/3 of the pixels to 1440p on this custom resolution that I have set. So it's you know, some amount more rougher to run than, you know, native 1080p, but I think if I remember right, it's about like 2.450 million pixels, and it's upscaling it to 3.6 million pixels, and DLSS quality is normally 1.6 million or so. So there is almost an entire million or so pixels more, which is the reason as to why the image right now, to the naked eye, if I would swap this from the native or to native DLEA, I would not see a difference. And I have tested this myself because I was testing it off stream when I was setting it up for the first time, and I was seeing even far range details in many places if I could see any difference anywhere. And to be completely honest, I confused the pictures more often than I actually guessed right. Like I was literally thinking like maybe this is different, maybe it's not different, while standing and AFKing on the same spot, and then after I was like, yeah, I mixed them up. So I sometimes literally mix the DLEA with the DLSS quality because or not the DLSS quality, the custom, you know, resolution that is actually higher than DLSS quality. DLSS quality is only like 1.44 out of, you know, the 1440p resolution or the native resolution, while this custom resolution that I have is 67% almost. So there's a sizable amount more pixels here, which is the reason as to why the only thing that you might be able to notice difference-wise is like maybe some dithering on like far range, like lighting or something might be like maybe noticeable if you like zoom in very close and pinch or something. But like even if you look at still images, like it's like impossible to see the difference. Or actually, it was impossible to see the difference. I would lie if I said that I somehow was able to actually know the difference, because I genuinely couldn't. Which is actually very curious, because the DLSS algorithm is like the performance that you get from it. Because the thing is here, at least with DLSS 4, the DLSS 4 algorithm runs so heavy compared to, you know, running other versions of anti-aliasing that it can be sometimes even more beneficial from my own testing with custom resolutions to run less DLSS upscaling from a higher pixel count compared to like running DLSS quality even, because there's some strong diminishing returns that I think anybody can really notice. Like particularly on like 1440p, I've noticed, well actually on 1080p as well, but on 1440p and 1080p resolution, like if you use DLSS balanced and DLSS performance, the image quality difference compared to quality is fucking horrible. But the actual performance increase is actually not that noticeable. Like the actual only time when the performance increase is really noticeable is when you go from native to DLSS quality on 1080p and 1440p. And the reason for that is because the balanced and the performance DLSS is like, you know, 0.25 of the original resolution is like performance or so, and balanced is... Wait, actually, balanced is 37%, I think. Point is, it's very small amount from the max resolution, and the DLSS algorithm has to work significantly more for it, or the upscaling algorithm, and that alone takes performance. So it can sometimes be worth to stress the algorithm less by having it upscale from a higher resolution so that the algorithm has to work less, but you get better image quality, and the FPS you lose is actually noticeably less than, or it's actually not that bad whatsoever compared to like quality. So like if I run this custom resolution like I have here, the difference between this and me running native DLSS quality is actually not that massive. but the image quality difference is massive. Like, this literally looks as good as native. So, like, there's actually really use for, like, using these resolutions. And I think NVIDIA, as well as, like, AMD, as well as any other, like, one of these, like, massive, like, tech companies, like, they should offer, like, custom resolutions at, like, you know, higher pixel counts, honestly. Because, like, there's people like me also who like, would notice the diminishing returns if you actually get to compare them, you know, one-to-one. But, like, people like me who have tested them, like, I notice the diminishing returns now that I've tested and opened my eyes to how big the difference really is or isn't. So, like, I know, but most other people who just casually, like, put DLSS quality, balance, or performance on, like, those people are not gonna know, like, because of how heavy the algorithm runs, you know. You can literally just have better picture quality, close akin to native even, and get good amount of performance already out, and the game looks like native, and it also runs better. Like, almost as good as, you know, DLSS quality on the spot, you know, even if you increase the amount of pixels. So, it's like, it's extremely handy and extremely cool as well for, like, you know, modders, of course. Our purpose: we found proud team of Scion Rocketeer. We the proud team of Scion Rocketeer have been working on the Vox Veritatis project, condemn the heavens royalty who have been benefiting from the blessing of Mother Sphere and send our long-awaited request to Mother Sphere. May we find salvation. The prophecy can't be fulfilled if we just sit back and wait for it to happen. Our team believes that through wisdom, courage, and unity, we must reach out and take salvation for ourselves. Join us today. What will we do? The Vox Veritatis project was initiated to build a kerosene-based rocket which can travel to the geostationary orbit of Earth. Currently, our team is simultaneously working on the construction of the rocket, collecting of fuel in the wasteland and the Great Desert, and collection of fertilizer for the production and oxidizing agent. Note that all funds will be spent on purchasing necessary resources for the construction of the rocket. Contribution rewards. Tier 1, 200,000 gold or more. A ticket for Vox Veritatis, a clearance to upload unlimited data on Vox Veritatis' database. Tier 2, 50,000 gold, a special Rocketeer gear, a clearance to upload data for two people in Vox Veritatis. 10,000 gold or more, a special Rocketeer gear, a clearance to upload data for one person in Vox Veritatis. 1,000 gold or more, a Rocketeer badge. So, I need to figure out off stream, by the way, if I can somehow get rid of this blur, by the way, because, like, this is kind of a novelty thing, but being able to look at, like, the scenery as well as even any of the other characters on the screen while reading these is actually a nice thing. Having that taken away from you kinda sucks, but, you know. If I wouldn't be able to take this off with Renault DX with this modded HDR, I would keep it still on, because the modded HDR looks that amazing that it's worth taking these, like, small, like, deviances, I guess, in the, you know, oddities that the game has in it, compatibility-wise, I guess. But anyway, do you have anything to say about this? I mean, ambitious project. They could instead be scavenging for resources, but they are aiming for literally the stars instead, so... Extremely ambitious to dream big. You know, they are literally trying to travel... Well, I mean, they are also trying to do that, but... I mean, they are literally just trying to send a message to Mother Sphere, so that Mother Sphere actually, like, saves them from this hellscape of, you know, Naitipa territory. That looks so nice, by the way, what the hell? The way the sun shines on those rocks here looks so much nicer than on native too.